Okay. So I remembered something. Back in 2018, I started to go back to church. And I had a few services. I'm a person who doesn't go to church no more. And after one service, this one girl came up to me. She was age 15 going on 16, or she was 15 or 16. But I'm gonna have to say 16 just to keep it kosher. After the service, I was sitting down waiting for one of my family members to get done talking to the pastor or congregating, you know, so we can leave. And that little black girl came up to me and she was like, you know, people come up to you and they just start telling their story or telling what's going on and they don't even know you. So she came up to me and she was like, hi, my name is da-da-da. My body hurts. I feel ill. And then my parents take me to the hospital and I don't know what to do. And I be feeling this and I be feeling that. But I got on it. I was just like, okay, the best way to change any of that, definitely what's going on with your body, is to eat healthier. I would just tell you to take have an intake of nutrients, veggies, you know, and fruit. If not veggies, fruit. And she was just like, I don't really eat fruit and I can't really get down veggies. And I was just like, there was nothing else to say to this girl, you know. And from me telling her that and knowing what the fuck I was talking about, or I think she thought I was a kid too. And nah, I was a grown-ass woman. I was 20 at the time, or turning 20 at the time. And I could tell from the vibe that she didn't like me. 2 weeks later, they was having praise dance tryouts. So I was like, oh, okay, I always wanted to praise dance. I'm 20 now, or going on 20, so I might as well just hurry up and do it, you know, while I'm still young and stuff like that. And I get there, it's like 30 people and the girl. So they get together and they have their little group chat. So I think the girl didn't expect me to come and try to join the praise group. And I didn't know, well, I did know exactly when it happened that this girl didn't want me there, or, you know, something like that, or she wasn't vibing with me right. But like when you ignore your inner voice and you ignore your inner, not your inner, but your intuition, you're in a world full of fucking trouble and confusion. So I was just like, whatever, okay, she see me. I'm like, okay, I know her, hi, you know, vibed out wrong. And then we get into the group, it's like 30 of us, and they pray together and stuff, and I'm like, okay, let's pray. And then anybody want to do like an extra prayer? So this girl wanted to do an extra prayer. And when she started to talk, I'm like, okay, she getting in it good. Then her tone changed. Then she started to look as directly at me, in through my eyes. And I'm just like, okay. But the tone changed, it was so dark, and she was coming off aggressive, and then she started to raise her voice. And while she's looking at me, I'm not really looking at everybody else, but like I could see from the corner of my eyes that people are looking at me while she's looking at me and doing all that, you know? And me not being in my magician energy, me coming into my magician energy, but not really mastering that energy. After she was done talking and giving that horrible ass prayer or word of God, she sat down and I got up and I hugged her after it. So that was me like not knowing better, not listening to my inner voice and stay away from her and stuff like that. And like even other people could, like, you know, because church is like, nobody gonna be like straight up with you. It's like demons hidden in the church and stuff. So when her tone changed, I knew it was a demon and stuff like that. But like I didn't take it as serious because I was just getting into it. This was 2018. In 2017 I really started to like, you know, learn and get into my spirituality. So in 2018, that's when it got ramped up. It got ramped up a bit, and different entities started showing themselves through different bodies. And of course, you're gonna find some in the church. And even after that, the same day, I really just ignored what happened and everything. And we went about our business, doing the stretching and everything like that. And I didn't know nobody there, except for the girl who introduced herself to me like a week or two ago. And so I was just like, okay, ignoring everything, let me just try to get closer to her and talk to her, you know, because I'm in a group, like, and like nobody know me. And the thing is, if you already are getting the bigger picture, after she did that to me, all that demon talk and everything like that, she basically outcasted me. But the thing was, it was kind of like a transfer of energy, something like that, because she was the one looked at as weird within that group. me just being my first day there, you know. So what she tried to do with all that change of tone and everything, she knew I was gonna like another black girl coming into the picture. She thought I was her age, 15, 16, but I wasn't. I was 19 going on 20. So she basically tried to outcast me by her presentation of her demon side. And yeah, it worked. And then I'm gonna have to say 15 to 25 minutes into the little tryouts, I just tried to get closer to her and talk to her. And I'm an open person, so I don't know mainly what the fuck I be talking about sometimes, but I know I'll be talking about like some real shit, or truth just rolls off this fucking tongue. And she said out loud, like, "You're a weirdo," or "You're weird," and then walked away from me. And like, when the way she walked away from me was like big strides away up the stairs to the podium. And I was like, and I just looked around real quick, and I'm like, she really trying to outcast me. And then that's just experience that I had. And I was sitting on the couch just chilling, and I was just like, nope, grab your phone, explain this, because other people go through experience like this, like bizarre shit, and you just live on, because the next day is coming. You just gotta, you know, live on. And I'm gonna have to say that also the instructor wasn't really feeling me or something like that. It was a woman, but like, it was just weird stuff. Like, I wanted to stretch, but I wasn't supposed to stretch with the already praise team. Like, it was just weird. Like, that's what I don't like about church. Like, what are y'all really doing here? And like, what's the really togetherness? I don't feel no togetherness up in here. Like, anything else happened, and then I decided not to go. And the person, or the woman that I was living with, the distant family member that I was living with, she was a churchgoer, and she was already giving me problems in her residence, covert narcissistic bullshit, and gave me the vibe of, why she stop going to church? Why she stop going to church? You saying you wanted to go to church. And like, me going to church would keep her narcissism down. And then me not going, that's when it got ramped back up. And my older niece was living over there too at the time. And just all that was going on, and like, nobody noticed like the bullshit that was going on around me. And with the King of Cups coming out, with the understanding, back then I was going through, like, not going through, but I was doing a lot of meditation, 2 hours to at least hour meditation, like deep meditation. And I think that's what helped me. Like, situations happened so bad, and I came across so many negative people, but when they confronted me or they showed me their demons, I wasn't emotionally attached, you know, because I was so detached back then, you know. But me ignoring my intuition and not discerning of what to do, I basically jeopardized my that's when I hurt my shadow side, because my shadow side wanted to get up and be like, while she was speaking and trying to outcast me, to be like, hot, stand up, speak up for myself in front of these 30 something individuals in here. Excuse me, instructor, but a demon is speaking through her, and if you can't see that, then why the hell are we even here? It's because she was sitting over there in my view. But like, yeah, and doing that would like really change for the better. And I think other people like go through similar shit, not like, see, it's a different experience, but like the feeling that shit carries, like somebody else can go through a different experience but carry that type of feeling. Yep. It's so, like, the Queen of Swords energy is not really activated for most people, because I can say for myself that it definitely wasn't activated for me, because when energy, with the Seven of Pentacles coming out, when energy was being projected, I didn't have no Nine of Pentacles energy back then. 19 turning 20, I should have been, but I was having self-worth issues. I wasn't really thinking clearly. I should have been thinking clearly, because only that can like handle that type of energy. And definitely with the Ace of Pentacles, really feeling secure within yourself to even handle that type of situation, like really knowing myself. Because back then, I didn't know about no shadow side. Yeah, and betrayers. Because that girl doing that is carrying the Five of Swords energy. Because it's kind of like a manipulation situation too. Because like how I said, her doing that was outcasting me to the group. Like, who knows if she was like lying about me or anything like that. But like her doing that was in a way betraying me, you know. I can't go back to that moment, but I know like it started off, like her message started off good. It was her own voice, and then everything switched, and then the message was also different. And it's like everybody noticed also that she was looking at me. But like, was anybody gonna say anything? It was like, no, bitch, save yourself. So that was also like a blocking energy. Blocking a certain type of understanding. The King of Cups came out twice. That was like me actually being hurt from that situation is like an emotional block, okay? That plays out in other situations because something else can happen traumatic after that, which experiences did. And it's all up to me of how I handle that, how I come off as the magician in my reality. Because other than that, if niggas don't step into the Queen of Swords, if anybody else is resonating with this video, we get the Ten of Wands, a sad energy, the regrets, what could we have done, feeling blocked, okay, chained. And that's probably why I was sitting on the couch and it came to me, but I was just like, nah, that bitch was a demon, like. And that right there, me confirming that, or me just speaking to myself and agreeing with myself when I say that, is like, that's a different connection with myself, because my shadow side, me, whatever she was saying or whatever she was doing, and the way I was feeling on the inside was being triggered, which I didn't know was my shadow side, what I wanted to say, because her doing all that would hurt me in a way. And now looking back at it, how would she have hurt me? And what did I feel back then? I felt outcasted. I felt like, why would you do that? How could you do that? Okay? We have to have a connection in ourselves when we come across these manipulators. And what I saw right now, the imagery in my head, is how interdimensional beings, malevolent or benevolent, move through and work through certain specific individuals and beings. Because most people work with benevolent spirits and deities and stuff like that, like ancestors and everything like that. But most people work with malevolent, okay, demons and archons. And that works through them. And it's like, how do we, like, that situation happening, how do I come and try to, handle this conniving ass energy? Somebody trying to take me down in a way. Because like I said, what I felt was an outcasting of sorts. And that was also probably confirmation of I'm not where I was supposed to be. I wasn't supposed to be at no church sharing my energy with any of those people. Because what I find my Ten of Cups within that situation, being in that temple, no. I'll be more comfortable within my vessel, this temple, not the temple of the church, the physical one. I'll deal with this physical vessel that I have. And the thing is that little girl was a sign for me not to be where I was. Yeah. That going back to that church, whatever decision that I made the wrong choice, and I would go down the wrong path trying to be a little praise dancer. I could praise dance in my room. I do praise dance in my room to whichever music that I choose to. Okay? And if people don't integrate their shadow side, it is like wearing a mask at the end of the day, no matter how much truth you speak or anything like that. Everybody has a dark side. My dark side came out when, only when I tried to love people. I had pure intentions, but when it got misunderstood, mistranslated, and I couldn't handle that, I'll retreat, or even I'll try to speak of the situation. I'll try it, but like, people have their own versions of the way they want to see that story or understand that story. Okay, and then with inflow with money, let's see what this is about. With the connection within yourself, and opening doors, walking through a doorway, and the flow with money. shine some light on that situation. Okay? Basically, you're not blocked. We're not blocked. Okay? I wanted to branch off that story. I think I'm going to do that most of the time. Like, I'm going to branch off from my experiences, and then whoever resonates, then we can, like, chat and talk about that type of shit. So I'm chatting and talking about it because it needs to be fucking talked about. Something that I need to shine some light on. Something I need to shine some light on. Meditate on it for a bit. I left my other deck in the kitchen. Because I was giving my baby some juice and I was gonna get to it, but yeah. With maturity wanting to come out with the Emperor energy, the connection within oneself, the maturity, and with the Nine of Pentacles coming out too, it's like that self-worth. Because if I was vibing in the energy that I'm vibing in right now, I would have confronted her right as soon as I heard her tone switch. And if anybody would have had a problem with that, I'd have been like, you guys don't see this? And I would have been the crazy conspiracy theorist up in there. Like, y'all don't see this spirit in here talking? Trying to preach? We have here coming out 3 of Cups, friendship, celebration, communion. And I'm getting communion with this, with your shadow side. I guess we're doing shadow work for Scorpio season. Yeah, vigilance. Like me being able to see right through her, but at that moment I had the knowledge of everything, but I never handled myself in that situation. I never spoke up to my to anybody, or, you know, basically never handled a situation properly, because that I should never hugged her after that. Yeah, emotional withdrawal, and that's what I did. Getting the signs and symbols that she was a sign to not be there. I tried to stay a little bit longer, but divine intervention, you know. And with emotional withdrawal, thinking clearly, and then isolating myself, and then going towards the Ace of Pentacles. Because the 5 of Swords brings 5 of Pentacles, emotional withdrawal. Confronting her, I would have walked through a doorway more towards mastery, but I chose to recluse. Yeah. Because how it happened and what happened, I wasn't expecting it. It was spontaneous. Okay? Because I was going there, I was expecting happy occasions and everything like that, but it didn't happen like that. Yeah, new adventures. And inflow with money. Like with the inflow with money card, it's not even what it says with the inflow with money, just being in the flow. Like sacred flow. I'm surprised sacred flow didn't come out. Then we have completion. So this might be a short reading. Back then my inner voice was saying about going to church. Would I find my 10 of Cups in there? Did I find anything that was missing within myself? No. Back then I was getting downloads already. The day before I would go to church, or the week before I would go to church, that Sunday service, the pastor would start preaching about something, and I already knew what they were talking about. And not even that I already knew what they were talking about, but he hit on the specifics of what I already knew within myself, what I figured out days before I came there. Illusion. Secrets, doorways. Yeah. Because I knew not to go back there. And I also possibly went because the person that I was living with, that distant family member, she was a church goer. She was probably, not probably, but she was asking like, oh, come to church. And I did say no, because I knew. Oh, back then being in that household, 2018, mid 2018, I came into that woman's household knowing myself, knowing what I've been through, and I already left my friend's house at that time, and everything like that, because of my friend's mom and shit, and my friend herself. I was unlocking my gifts. even going to stay with that distant relative for just a few months. I was supposed to go into her household. I'm never disrespectful, definitely coming into anybody's home. But Queen of Swords energy, I was supposed to speak up for myself when I was supposed to speak up for myself. And when I did, when I first got there, I was, to her, rude, standoffish. And even when I left, we got into an altercation and her daughters tried to jump me and everything like that. Because that woman was having her ways about me, was feeling her ways about me and everything like that. So every new beginning is going to be a new level that you need to master. And I let that distant family member like keep me trapped or keep me locked in within myself in my shell, recluse, in the dark, in my Ten of Wands energy, that sad ass energy, but never walking through no doors or anything, because I'm chained to my beliefs that I have in the moment. I'm chained to the illusion and what's hidden from me. And what's hidden from me is this level of mastery that I need to master when certain individuals embodying certain spirits or entities, that I need to have my Nine of Pentacles energy, and others need to have their Nine of Pentacles energy when they're confronted with this type of energy. The thinking clearly, the vigilance, the Queen of Swords energy, it all needs to be aligned. Because with gifts, we're going to get into that too. Because it's supposed to go up and up. You're not supposed to let anybody, no matter if you're living with them, no matter if like, and yeah, wisdom. I was supposed to go through battles. I was supposed to go through that shit because I was supposed to learn. I was supposed to come out a stronger person. I was supposed to come across more and more individuals with the Five of Swords energy ready to take me down. And that girl doing all that, the church girl, she just felt something within herself to even call me weird or anything like that. Oh, and I have like a Instagram, you know. So family mate, yeah, confusion. Who posts, I love her posts and everything like that. And the Temperance. And she posted something about, it got wiped from me. She posted something. Shit. I think that's the end of the reading. Because confusion came out and then temperance came out with wisdom. Basically, use your intuition more. Read the signs more. Know that you've grown. Know that you've unlocked certain levels to the matrix for your reality. Know that you're in the flow. Know that you're gaining wisdom for what you're going through. Notice that you come across these people carrying certain entities or energies that you need to handle in a certain specific way. And that feeling that you feel, which is your shadow side getting hurt by certain individuals, stand on that. Even if you think you might be wrong, even if you think you might regret it, if you think that you've learned enough knowledge or have enough intelligence to handle certain situations. I'm not talking about bad situations that can lead you to be killed. Use your all the capacities of your brain to and intuition, third eye, pineal, to figure out if a situation is the go ahead, to have a little confrontation or argument with somebody. Yeah. Because that girl, for example, she was in the Three of Wands energy. Her objective was to outcast me, make me feel some type of way, but then say, you take this energy, what are you going to do with it? Speak the truth, direct the energy, get on the right path, help others, help yourself, and then completion again with the Empress. And then I feel like the key here was the Queen of Swords energy, unlocking that, because I feel like the Queen of Swords is also a shadow aspect shadow sides, people's shadow sides. Definitely in my decks. And that's the end of the reading.